Alright, I'm AJ Swiatek here with Ryan Piquel, and we are starting off the game of Naperville North Huskies versus the Lake Forest Scouts. It's the first we're going to get to see of the Lake Forest Scouts. They've played every single game in the South Gym so far.
Should be a great one coming up.
It should. Interesting thing about the Scouts is every single one of their players is in between 6 foot and 6'3". Same height team. And they're getting into it. Both of these teams have lost once already. This is the quarterfinal of the Constellation Tournament.
Looking to advance to the semifinals Constellation. Hopefully on Tuesday they will make the Constellation Championship.
Yeah. I'm sure either of these teams can do so because they both have quality losses in the tournament, and that's why they're here today. And the Scouts have won the tip. Goes to number 2, Grant Koss. Andy Brown is the ball. The Husky bench is getting into this one. Andy Brown gives it to Asa Thomas. Back to Brown. Over to Malloy. Malloy's holding it up top. Malloy. Over to Asa Thomas. This Huskies defense is looking stout. They can't get inside, and this Scouts team loves to get in the paint. You can tell they're
inside.
You can tell they're afraid to take the 3, and it's clear that they just have to pass it around. We are almost a minute into this game without a shot up.
Not even an attempt to hit.
Yes, they're afraid of taking the 3s. This Husky defense is looking stout off the bank. They get inside, dish it back out. Now they're getting inside. There we go. Scouts are playing to their game. A minute and 10 seconds on the possession. They get inside. And who else but number 23, Jack Malloy, to start it off. Now the Huskies' first possession. Miles Berry has it up top.
If it's going to take that long to take a shot, this game is going to be a very low-scoring game.
Yeah, both these teams look like they know how to play defense. Especially, we're almost 2 minutes in and we've had 1 shot attempted. It's unreal.
1,000%.
Oh, what a backdoor feed! But he misses the layup! Wow. Crucial miss there from Miles Berry. Lake Forest Scouts number 2, Grant Koss, gives it up. Andy Brown has it. Back to Brown. Passes it out. It's inside. It's in. That shot is good from Grant Koss. Now, if you're the Huskies, you would have liked to make that layup last time, but you can't have it back. You got to do the same thing, right, Ryan?
Tough break for them. Yeah, they definitely needed that.
Oh, 3 is up.
It's
no good. Scouts are looking to take a 3-possession lead early. And now they take their 3. No good. Rebound by the Huskies. And for the Huskies, they're pushing the ball up pretty fast. Ball's carried by Riley Thompson. Passed off to Miles Berry. Miles Berry's the one who missed that crucial layup to start the game. Contested 3. No good.
Looked like it might have hit it. He might have hit his forearm, but
yes.
No call on that one.
I like the no call. Let him play. There's been too many fouls called, not only in this tournament, but just in basketball as of late.
No fouls yet.
Yeah, we're almost halfway through the first quarter, the 4-0 score.
The first game I announced, there were 27 fouls, I believe, in 1 half.
Wow. He gets all of that one. After missing the first one, Lake Forest Scouts Grant Koss scores again, but 27 fouls.
If I counted correctly, yes, that would be 27. That was the first game with me and Bobby at 9 a.m.
Ryan Piquel is not known for his math, but 27 fouls. Anything near there is crazy, man.
I was thinking there was going to be 20, but they certainly got past that.
Wow. Oh, good take, but no finish. Once again, oh, Huskies are going for it, but once again, it's Scouts basketball. Andy Brown passes it up court. He's going in. Passes it back out. It's number 33 with the ball. He's a big guy, Stephen Young. Gives it up to Andy Brown. Right back to Assad Thomas. Back to Brown. And that ball is in the hands of Grant Kaus. Back to Brown. They're inside. That's where they want to be. Open shot for number 33. It is good. We're up to a 10-0 Scouts lead, and there is a timeout on the floor.
I'm sure if they played this good during the qualifying round, I'm sure they would have been in the winner's bracket.
Yeah.
They must have played some good teams.
And the Huskies are playing good defense. I'm trying to remember who they lost to. All I know is that it was a quality loss. I was talking to Bobby about it, and he said that Lake Forest easily could have been in the same position as a team like York or Rolling Meadows right now, but they just simply aren't because of matchups. And during this timeout, if you're the Huskies, the defense has been pretty good. They're just making their shots.
Naperville North needs to find a way to stop them.
They certainly do.
Certainly waiting that.
And if you're Lake Forest, you're off to a hot start, but you don't want to do like what Palatine did. They're up to a 12-4 start, and then just let the other team stay in the game the entire time. You don't want to let that happen here. Me and Piquel are going to be calling 3 games today, so starting first of the repeat. Huskies have a new player in the game. That's number 2. That is number 1. Number 1 is Grant Johnson. They also have a new player, number 2, Liam Kim. But Miles Berry stays in the game. He comes up the court with it. If you're Miles Berry here, nothing sloppy, no turnovers. They definitely called up a play. Let's see how it runs. This Lake Forest close defense is really getting in the Huskies. He goes in the paint. Oh, good move, bad finish. And now Lake Forest is going up. For Lake Forest, Assad Thomas gives it up. Andy Brown gives it to number 33, Stephen Young. Back to Assad Thomas. And that ball goes to Jack Malloy. And he's in the paint. Yes, it's a 12-0 lead after Stephen Young makes the shot.
One of the biggest leads we've seen all day.
Yeah, right off the bat, too. And now the Lake Forest bench is getting into it.
At the 250 mark, Naperville North still winning their first 2 points.
Wow. That's something you don't hear often in a tournament like this. Especially
scoring games.
In today's version of basketball where it's just all scoring. I mean, 0 points with 2 minutes left in the first. That's got to scare you if you're the Huskies right now. Coach Gene Nolan and Matt Charlton have to draw something up different. And there it is. And one is good. The and one basket is made by Miles Berry. He's going to the line to complete the and one. It's clear the Husky strategy early is to work the ball through Berry. What happened?
I have just received that Montini is winning 35-37 at halftime. Sorry, Kona is winning 39-37 at halftime.
37-35, that is, but it's all right, Pico.
It's hard to hear in this gym because it is pretty loud.
And I'm not surprised that Montini's losing. Montini's basketball team this year, led by Andrew Stokes. He's only a sophomore. He was great at Westchester Middle School. I know that is random, but he led their team to a championship in the 8th grade.
You knew that fact?
I did know that fact because Andrew Stokes is a sophomore starting on varsity. Sounds a little bit like Nick Hesh from York.
He did win that. They did win that game yesterday.
Yeah, York handedly beat Montini, and then yesterday had a good game against Ignatius.
Yes, they did.
And today we're gonna get to see him against Max Christie. That's gonna be fun.
Max Christie and Cameron Christie.
Forgot about the younger brother. And Lake Forest has been moving the ball well, but the Huskies are staying tight on defense.
Max had 35 points yesterday.
Oh, whoa. I saw Slow Shea posted his 2 dunks. Pretty awesome to see.
That was on Thursday.
Yeah. Here it comes. And once again, the Scouts have just been moving the ball around well, but they can't get inside like they want to. The ball is in the hands of Cade Nowick. Cade Nowick's going in. Gives it back to Jack Malloy, who gives it back up top to Grant Couse. Grant Couse outside. It is no good. Off the mark from Cade Nowick. And now you know who it is. Number 23, Miles Berry, has the ball. Gives it up to Michael Imhoff. Back to Grant Johnson. Johnson gives it to number 21, Zeke Williams, who passes it inside to number 10, Riley Thompson, who gets fouled on the way up. You got to think that's how you beat this Lake Forest team, is by going inside, because that's the second time they fouled on, what, 3 layups this game?
I believe so.
Maybe we're going to get another one of those 27 foul games that Piquel saw.
That would be great.
It'll be a long game.
That game took forever. That's why some of our games are a little behind.
As always in the tournament, should be expected. First one's good. Comes from Riley Thompson. He's a senior, standing at 6'2", plays guard. Oh,
There was 3
in and
people
out.
that fouled out of that game.
Oh, interesting. Oh, inside. No good. Off the mark right there from number 23, Jack Malloy. He's hit a little bit of a dry spell after that first shot that he made to start off the scoring. It's all right. Number 23, Miles Berry, has the ball up top. Being guarded very tightly by Cade Nowick, not giving any space. Berry's trying to go to work, but he can't because Nowick is in his face. Passes it up after picking up the dribble. Back to Berry, who kicks it to the corner. 3 is no good from number 10, Riley Thompson. A half-court heave off the mark.
Close.
After the first quarter, the score is 12-6. You would think, that's a pretty big lead, but after you saw the 10-0 start from Lake Forest, honestly, I've seen some life from this Huskies team.
I hope they should be able to fight back in this.
And
they don't go up by another 10 points in the first 4 minutes of the game.
I mean, the Tosh tournament's seen many different, just amazing things happen in it. If we're looking at the champions right now, I mean, there's many. Although these 2 teams aren't fighting for it, Rolling Meadows, York, among the teams still alive. I mean, this could be one of the great tournaments that is talked about for years to come. Update on the spaghetti. Piquel still has not obtained it, but he got his free Chick-fil-A sandwich.
I had spaghetti on Thursday.
Did you like meatballs in your spaghetti or just...
Oh, they did have meatballs. That was great. I was full from all the pizza I had that day.
Oh, you're a big eater?
Yeah, it was all free. So
Oh.
thanks to
Free food's free
York
food.
Boosters.
Shout out York Boosters. And right
No
in...
sponsors yet, but
We'll get some. Right in front of us is number 2, Liam Kim. Of course, gives it back to Miles Berry, who's been playing point guard this game. All right, really good ball movement here off the start from the Huskies. Oh, and they find an open man in the corner, but Berry doesn't want the shot. He gives it up for one of his teammates, and it was the right decision. Number 1, Grant Johnson, knocks it down.
I wonder what Huskies coach said during the...
Yeah, that was a very good play called up. Andy Brown's got the ball up top. Oh, there's an open guy in the middle, but they opt for the 3. Not taken. Now they have another open 3. Oh, now they're going in the middle. Back to Andy Brown. Taking it to the corner. They really do. The Huskies have very good lockdown defense. Oh. It is Huskies basketball after he steps out of bounds.
I think he traveled.
Oh, maybe a travel call. And now Liam Kim's passing it in to who else but Miles Berry.
Seems to be calling his name a lot today.
He really has been the difference maker. Even though he doesn't have all the points on the scoreboard, only 3 of them, he's really been the guy who's been carrying the ball the entire game. And that's inside to the guy who just made the 3, but he misses a layup. Oh! That's a very physical foul from number 12 of Lake Forest, Leo Schneider.
I would like to say it again. We do not support football and basketball, but we've seen that a few times this tournament.
Yeah, we sure have. I mean, a lot of football players play basketball, so it's just in their blood. And while we're at this timeout, just a question. Down 3, what do you think the Huskies are thinking right now?
I'm thinking that you have to take whatever you get. Not everything's going to be open. And you got to take advantage of the opportunities that are presented to you.
And if you're the scouts, how do you prevent this comeback that came from a 10-0 game?
Defense. That's the only way you can stop it. Keep scoring more points.
And they got to stay out of foul trouble.
That is true. They have done fairly okay.
Yes, they've just fouled when it mattered on both and 1 layups. But here we go. It is Lake Forest basketball. And Andy Brown's taking it up the court. Andy Brown calling a play. Gives up to Cade Nowick, who gives it to number 5, Assad Thomas, who's being double-teamed. Gives it to number 33, Stephen Young. Back to Assad Thomas. Up top to Malloy. Oh, skip pass. 2 players wanted the ball. 1 of them got it. Now, Andy Brown has it up top. Gives it to Cade Nowick. Back to Andy Brown. And they're trying to work the ball inside. It's just not working out right now. It remains Lake Forest basketball after number 5, Assad Thomas, throws it off of Mileberry's hands. Now, there's another big tournament going on in high school basketball right now at Proviso West. What would you say to persuade that the Jack Tosh tournament is a better tournament to attend?
There's better teams here. Like we have number 13 prospect, Max Christie here.
Number 1 in Illinois.
Number 1 in Illinois. And his brother, not sure.
His brother will be ranked by the time he's his age.
Just a freshman.
Yeah, just a freshman. And he plays. And they obviously have the brotherly bond, so it's fun to watch them pass to each other. And they play York at 5 o'clock today.
Should be a very interesting matchup.
And Andy Brown's up top. Oh, inside. He's being double teamed. He has to throw it off the Huskies again. This Huskies defense is stout. Looking ahead to other games that are coming up. Obviously, we're looking forward to the championship, but before that, tonight we have more games that are not Constellation related because we have teams that are still alive. Yeah, we have 4 quarterfinal games going on tonight. Oh!
We'll be announcing half those games.
Me and Fakel here in the booth. Barely rolls.
Eat spaghetti, but
barely rolls in for number 23, Jack Malloy. And it's up top again with number 23 of the Huskies, Miles Berry. Both these defenses looking good, but Miles Berry gets an open look from 3 and just off the mark. Now Lake Forest has it. Grant Kaus going inside. Grant Kaus with a floater that's just off the mark, but an offensive board. Ooh, number 5 clearly wanted the ball there. Assad Thomas a little frustrated. He gets the ball now. Oh, good move on number 20.
Nearly stepped out though.
Nearly did. Almost went back court. Now Will Thomas has it, and it is Huskies basketball.
Just inside the 5-minute mark.
Yeah. I think that really what they have to keep doing is just letting Miles Berry work the ball to other players. He might not be the best shooter, but he's clearly shown that he possesses the basketball. He doesn't turn it over, and he has a lot of assists this game. And that looks like it is what they're doing right now. Miles Berry passes it off. Goes to Riley Thompson, back to Miles Berry. Miles Berry back outside. There's an open man in the corner. It is good. That is from number 21, Zeke Williams. That's a good 3-pointer to make the game 14-12. It's a 2-point Lake Forest lead with almost 4 minutes left until halftime. Here we go.
Cameraman
Andy
Bobby
Brown's got
Hessling
it.
wants to keep us from stopping and talking about spaghetti, so I'll try my best to refrain from that.
Even though you just did. There we go. Oh, all the way. Too easy for Miles Berry. That's his 5th point. And the 4th and 5th there. It's a new man bringing up the ball right now, and it's Asa Thomas rather than Andy Brown. Andy Brown passes it off.
There's actually 3 new players in the lineup right now.
Yeah. Jack Malloy has the ball. Now it goes to Grant Kaus inside to number 30. That's a new name, Will Thomas. Right here in front of us, Andy Brown's got the ball. Back to Grant Kaus, right back to Andy Brown, right back to Grant Kaus, right back to Andy Brown. Wow, that's a tongue twister. And another one right back to Grant Kaus. Oh, what a move. Gets the open shot for number 5. No good. And it turns into Huskies basketball. He's looking for Barry. There he is. Oh, they're trying to go a little too quick there. Barry goes a little too low of a bounce pass. That's his first turnover on the day. But it is a 14-14 ball game. With 3 minutes and 2 seconds remaining.
Never would have thought it would have been a 14-14 ball game.
Yeah, after that 10-0 start, it looked like Lake Forest had this in the bag, but you know what? They don't. Oh, but they're breaking the press. Huskies are bringing out a new defense, and it's working. Oh, no, it's not. They get through the defense. Oh, they had an open look, but to pass it up for the layup. Great choice. That's in from Grant Kaus.
Devin Ellis had 19 points at the half from Conant.
Yes, and Conant's actually a great team. They just had to face Rolling Meadows off the bat as Miles Berry's off on the 3. That's not his strong suit. But yeah, any team that's to face Rolling Meadows, I mean, it's not expected for you to win, so I think Conant's actually a pretty good team, and that's why they're in the consolation. But back to the Lake Forest game, Grant Kaus is up top with Andy Brown, and they just like to pass it back and forth. And they get the ball to the top of the key. That's good work for Lake Forest. That's how they need to work the ball in and out of this really stout double-teaming zone. Oh, good cross pass. That's not what you want right there from Andy Brown. Andy Brown gives it to Grant Kaus. Andy Brown calls for it to go across court. He does so. Mid-range jumper is good. That's in for number 10, Caden Awick.
Still not very many fouls that I've seen.
Yeah. Now Miles Berry possesses the ball. Gives it to number 10, Riley Thompson. Oh, number 1 with a contested 3. No good. Yeah, back to the point of the fouls. That could have been one there, but the refs are choosing just to lay off a little bit, let the players play. With this tight defense, there could have been many fouls called so far, but I think that these refs are a little more, let the players play mentality.
Guess there's been a fairly fair game called by most refs in this tournament.
Yeah.
Several angry coaches, though.
Always happens. Always does.
I believe that
Liam Kim is right in Grant Kaus's face, and they get the mid-range. It is good. Wow, this team can shoot. That's in from number 23, Jack Malloy. That extends the lead to 20-14. There's a minute and 2 seconds remaining in the game, and right now we're officially under a minute. Do you think the Huskies hold the ball for an entire minute just to try to get the last shot, or if there's an open look, take it?
I think you gotta take an open look so you have at least an advantage.
Oh, Lake Forest steals it.
Have
Travel.
going into half, or possibly getting 2 drives going the rest of the time. Down 6.
Now you wonder if the Huskies have a play drawn up here for this situation. Under a minute left, and we are doing a pass-in. Here it comes.
I'm sure they do have a play since they've subbed out somebody.
Oh! That certainly was not what they had planned, but
Not quite sure what that was about, but
I don't know if they're going for an alley-oop, but that was a little weird.
the only alley-oops I've seen in this tournament was York, Nick Hesh.
Nick Hesh was on the other side of the lob. Wow. I wish I saw that one. Who was it against?
He didn't slam it down, though.
Just laid it in.
Yeah. It didn't successfully work the first few times.
Uh-oh, here it comes. Number 1. No good. Good save from the Huskies, but it goes right into the hands of Jack Malloy. This There's an open shot in the corner, but he passes it up to give it to Andy Brown. Andy Brown's going to work with Liam Kim in his face. Passes it off to Grant Koss. And Grant Koss is going to hold it for the final shot.
15 seconds.
Benches are into it. Fans are into it. This is a highly coveted final shot right here. Grant Koss has it. Going to work. Gives it to Andy Brown. Andy Brown going inside. Passes it out. 3 seconds remain. The shot is up. And it airballs. We're going into halftime with a 20-14 lead for the Lake Forest Scouts. Welcome back. It's a pretty low scoring first half, but it was all in all a good one. Very defensive. What's really impressed me was the Huskies defense. I mean, if Lake Forest doesn't make all their shots, this is a completely different game, but Lake Forest has been able to knock down most of the shots they've been taking.
They've had some good offense too, yet only 14 points.
Yeah.
Both defenses doing their job.
And we start off with a Lake Forest basketball. Andy Brown has it. Andy Brown's going to work. Passes it out to Lloyd. Over to Asad Thomas. Back to Andy Brown. There's a foul on the play.
I believe it was number 10.
Yes, that's number 10, Riley Thompson. That's his first, team's first. Is completely forgot about number 11, Andy Brown. Left him in the corner, wide open, knocks it down.
Quick pass and release.
Good no-look pass from him out of there. Now,
Didn't even think about passing it.
I know. Now we got to see Miles Berry go to work. Oh, Lake Forest gets a rebound. This looks like it could be a different kind of second half, more fast-paced offensive. Oh, barely saved from backcourt. Throws off the entire Huskies defense. What a move! That goes in by number 2, Grant Koss.
Still looking for a first double-digit scorer.
Yeah, this has been a much more defensive spread-scoring game. Miles Berry dishes it off. We call a foul. I do not know if that's considered shooting because I think he was passing it away.
I don't believe it was shooting.
Yes, it's not a shooting foul.
On number 5.
That goes up against number 5, Peter Krebs. It's a name who hasn't been called upon a lot. Another foul. That foul's on number 33, Stephen Young. He's clearly Lake Forest's biggest player, and he's their paint presence, but he's also made a 3 this game. The second foul. Wow. Really contested 3, barely off the mark there from Riley Thompson. And he has it. Foul on the play. Fouls on number 23, Miles Berry. That's his first foul.
2 early fouls for both teams. Not even 2 minutes in yet.
It's a completely different second half. I feel like it's been more
It's
been more fast-paced. I feel like it's been way less defensive, and the teams have just been attacking the hoop. Right now, up top, Stephen Young's trying to go to work, passes it off to Jack Malloy. Back to Stephen. Now it's up top with Grant Koss. Grant Koss to Stephen Young. Back to Grant Koss in the corner. Oh, it goes to number 11, Andy Brown up top. Now Jack Malloy possesses it. Back to Andy Brown. Andy Brown staying up top. This has been over a 40-second possession. Back to what we've been seeing from this Huskies defense. But the good thing about Lake Forest, they are not desperate. They wait for open shots just like that one from number 11, Andy Brown. That is the thing with this Huskies defense. It is so great, but against a team like Lake Forest that's patient and just waits and waits and waits and waits until they get an open look, it's not as good as you'd think. That defense is great if you're the team that just wants to score instantly, but you know what? I gotta say it. Lake Forest has been a very patient basketball team, and it's impressing me so far.
Timeout was called on the Huskies.
I can see why. Lake Forest off to a quick start. They have doubled the Huskies' score now at 28-14. They're on an 8-0 run to open up the second half.
This is the biggest lead of the game so far, 14 points.
Yes, 14 points is the biggest lead we've seen today, and honestly, it really is much to do with number 2 of Lake Forest, Grant Koss, really opening up the second half well. It's the Huskies basketball. Looks like Riley Thompson will pass it into Miles Berry. And he does so. Oh, Miles Berry's pushing the ball hard. Gives it right over to Liam Kim. Back to Berry. Yeah, really. Berry has it. Oh, pump fake. Oh, really sloppy pass from Grant Johnson. Up court. Lake Forest catches it. Considered the deep three, but didn't take it. Oh, man. No finish on that one, but great offensive rebound. Oh, just off the mark there from Stephen Young.
We've certainly seen our share of deep threes this tournament.
Yes, but not in this one. These teams seem pretty patient, and I feel like even if it was wide open, they're not taking it. Both these teams are disciplined. There it goes. Off the mark again from Grant Johnson. Oh, down court. A wide open look. It is good. Peter Krebs. Wow. This Lake Forest team has been lights out this second half.
Keep pushing their lead.
Now it's once again up top with
17 points now.
Deep three. Right when we're talking about they wouldn't take a deep three, Grant Johnson knocks one down for the Huskies. Now the ball is in Peter Krebs' hand. Wide open. Will it be in? Barely off the mark there from who else but the first scorer of the game, Jack Malloy. There's a foul on the play. Number 33, Stephen Young. That's his third. That's the team's third foul. All right, Barry's going up court now with that same sprinting as before. It looks like they have a different strategy here. Up top. Going down low. There's an open three in the corner. Air ball from Grant Johnson. Now we see Peter Krebs with the ball. Passes it off to number 11, Casey Fuller. Peter Krebs back up top with it after the wicked pass from number 10, Riley Thompson. And what an up and in there from Jack Malloy. That's his 8th point. Second highest on the team to Grant Koss. Barry's going to work. He's inside. Passes it off to number 20, Michael Imhoff. That's a chance for 2 at the line here. You know, Ryan, free throws win games. And do you think that this could be a potential momentum swing if he makes them both here, or is this too far out of hand?
I think it could be a momentum swing as the half road, just like he made the first one up there. But since you're already down by 15, yeah, and I don't know if 2 points, possibly 2 points, would change it. Gotta go for the threes.
It's true. The thing is, they haven't shown that they're a team that likes to take those 3-pointers. They're a team that likes to take their time, and that's just not the right thing to do right now with 3 minutes, 39 seconds left in the third. Malloy gives it back to the initial passer. And oh, here he goes. Malloy's down court double team. Slowing it down now is Grant Koss. Grant Koss with the crossover. Malloy. Oh, it's a good steal. Fast break. Puts it in, number 21, Zeke Williams. Now, here he goes. Malloy's got it. He gives it back to Assad Thomas, who gives it to Brown. Brown for the three. No good, but the offensive rebound. It's considered white basketball after the Huskies were out of bounds when tipping it back in. And Lake Forest calls a timeout. We'll be back with you after 30 seconds. Brown's up top. Malloy's got it. Back to Brown. Back to Malloy. Huskies are really locking up on defense right now. We really have seen all game if the Lake Forest has been knocking down those shots with their 12-point lead right now. Oh, cross-court pass. Contested three. Could have been a foul called there, but there is not one. Foul right after it, however. And that goes on number 23, Jack Malloy of the Scouts. And now Liam Kim's here to pass it in. Naperville North's got to get something going here on offense. They really need to get some splash plays rather than taking so long because there's only 2 minutes left in the third and they trail by 12. Oh, turnover by Grant Johnson. Oh, another turnover. Grant Johnson with the steal. Wow, nice put up by Miles Berry. That's his 7th point. There he goes. Thomas, oh, wide open in the corner. Just off from Caden Wick. Kim is up top. Tightly defended by Grant Koss. Gives it to Riley Thompson. Back to Kim. Oh, Barry in the corner. Just off the mark. Rebound by Lake Forest. Oh, and there's a foul on the play. Fouls on number 1, Grant Johnson. That's his first. Team's third. right. Oh, steal by the Huskies. He's going down court. His second fast break. Oh, but this time he misses it. Zeke Williams wishes he had that one back. And now we have a fast push from Lake Forest. Here we go. Coach is yelling for him to slow down, and they do so. Oh, what a backdoor pass. And one. It's good by Jack Malloy. He's in the double digits. First one in the game in double digits.
See if he can make it a 16-point lead.
Yeah. Looking to make it a 16-point lead, as Cal just said. Now, Ryan, do you think the Huskies have anyone on that bench who could come in and bring a little firepower from three, or is it getting out of hand?
I think it might be getting out of hand. Already 12 points.
Another point there just to add on to the salt in the wound from Jack Malloy. This is 11th. There he goes. Barry's got it up top. Gives it to Kim, back to Barry. Gets him inside, but bad dribbling leads to an almost turnover. But instead, the Huskies maintain possession with Kim up top. Barry has it now. Barry gets fouled on the way up for the shot. So Barry's going to the line for two. If there's one thing the Huskies have done well so far, they have made their free throws. That was the team's sixth foul, as Barry makes the first free throw.
Should be in the bonus, though.
Barry gets a great shot on both of them. Cuts the lead down to only 11. There we go. We have a new player in the game for the Scouts, Louis Novelli. Oh, and he gets the ball. This is outside to a wide open player who goes in. Oh, he gets the shooters rolling, Leo Scheider with the make, but the Huskies are going fast. They take a three right before the buzzer. Off the mark from Zeke Williams.
End of the third quarter, score 38-25.
This game got out of hand pretty quickly.
We'll be back when the quarter starts. Welcome you back into the fourth quarter. 38-25. Scouts. 13-point advantage. Certainly been putting their performance together. Great performance.
And the scoreboard's back on the screen. Thank you for Bobby hustling for that. It was not working, but we got it back. Now Barry, cross-court pass. Real nice look on it. Ugh, another missed look there from number 10, Riley Thompson. Huskies really have not been able to get anything to go, except for the shoe coming off for number 21, Zeke Williams.
Certainly seen a couple shoes falling off today.
Yeah, we have.
Not this game, but...
Last game we had a player lose his shoe twice in the span of about 30 seconds.
We also had 2 fouls in the span of about 5 seconds.
They're bringing out the press, and it's working. Huskies get them flustered. Can they save it?
Still their ball, though.
Retains Huskies basketball. The Scouts clearly seem flustered by that press. That could be enough to make this a game again if it continues to prevail. We've seen crazier things happen. But even if the Huskies defense works, they have to be able to start making some shots here. I mean, you got to think with all these missed threes, maybe go back to going inside. Or not. Number 1, Jack Grant Johnson knocks it down. That's his 9th point. Oh my God, the press is working. The press is prevailing. They get a piece of it, but not all of it. It remains Scouts' ball, but the Huskies do tip it out of bounds. Huskies steal it. This press is working. Open look. You can tell he didn't want to shoot that one.
Looked like he shot that one-handed.
Yeah. Wow, good move there from Leo Schneider. You know, this Huskies defense has been causing some turnovers. They just can't get it done on the offensive end. Lake Forest is missing. We have a jump ball.
Should remain with.
Yes, it does remain Lake Forest ball. Possession arrow now switches to the Huskies. And
just found out that the Huskies
Montini just defeated Conant. After they're down at a half, they came back. I'm guessing Andrew Stokes had a good game. Andrew Stokes, the sophomore. He was the one who got in the scrum with the York student. He was the one who got in the scrum with the York player at the last game.
They get their 2nd win of the season.
And it's real big for them. Got to think that with all those sophomores starting on varsity, they have something to look forward to.
Yes, they do. Since they're all underclassmen, they should have a couple of more years left of them. Unless someone gets hurt, which
Zeke Williams knocks down
hurt.
Both free throws. He cuts the lead to 8. All of a sudden, we've got a game here. The Huskies press is too much for Lake Forest. Once again, a turnover by Lake Forest. What is going on? Miles Berry with the layup. We're only down 6. Wow, we have a game. No timeout from the Scouts. They're opting to play it out, and it works. They get it past half court. They have an open man in the paint, but he doesn't see him. Oh, now he gets a backdoor pass. That's a momentum killer. 40-32.
That one's good for 2.
Huskies are keeping the pace up.
Big guy down low got it.
Miles Berry has it. In the corner. Oh my God! Nice shot by Riley Thompson. That cuts the lead to 5.
It was just a 14-point lead at the beginning of this quarter.
Yes, it's down to 5, and we're not even 2 minutes into the quarter. It's a foul on number 21, Zeke Williams. Andy Brown quick to get up. He's okay.
That's his first foul.
But I mean, overall, that press has been working very well. That just cut 9 points off that lead.
Huskies defense, slowing down Scouts offense.
It's making the Scouts more jumpy, and they don't know what to do.
Just under 5.
Assad Thomas going to work. Just under 6 minutes remaining. Oh, what a pump fake. Shot is good from Assad Thomas. Miles Berry's coming up now for the Huskies. Oh, open man in the corner. They're making their shots. Wow, timeout on the floor from Lake Forest, and the coach is mad.
Back to a 4-point game.
The fans are into it. The players are into it. It is a game. 30-second timeout.
great conversation we were having.
We're down to a 4-point Lake Forest lead. You got to think at the timeout they addressed how to beat this press because the Huskies have done a great job of just making Lake Forest overall look flustered.
Certainly found their way to stop the powerful Scouts offense. Half-court press.
Oh, he gets through 3 people. That's on Thomas. Kicks it to the corner. Getting some valuable time off the clock right now. Steffen's got it up top. Gives it to Malloy. Back to Steffen. Oh, almost a steal, but now they have a 5-on-4. They don't take advantage of it.
Still waiting for our cameraman to go back up top. Not quite sure where he is.
Wow. The fans are into it.
What just happened?
They are all the fans are visually, verbally mad with that call.
It is actually hard to hear you. It might be because my mic is turned down a little bit, but
every fan was verbally mad about that one.
Certainly not the Huskies fans.
Oh, but the Huskies turned it right back over.
Their emotions have just switched. They just got the ball back.
Oh, the motion switch.
Both teams are in the bonus. 13 fouls combined.
Not nearly the 27 that Pical saw in his first game. Still.
I'm not quite sure how that came to be, but it happened.
There it goes. Lake Forest really needs to add to their lead right now because the Huskies have a lot of momentum and they need to stop it. Hassad Thomas. Oh.
Huskies coach thought it would be jump ball, but it was actually a foul.
Huskies bench was really... Alright, they're in the bonus. This is a huge look right now from Caden Wick. He makes it, he gets another one, he misses. Huskies retain momentum and have the ball. We've seen a lot of missed free throws today. Will Nowick keep on the trend? He will! Miles Berry seemed a little surprised. No one was near him. Sure have been. Oh!
I didn't mean field goals, I meant free throws. This is not...
No foul called initially. Now a foul called on it. Number 2, Liam Kim.
Number 2.
And now number 2 for the Scouts is at the line, Grant Kaus.
See if he can keep that trend up.
Here he goes. Will he make the free throw?
Reverse it.
He makes it. That extends the lead to 5 with 4:15 remaining. That puts him in double-digit scoring.
We have a couple double-digit scores out there. 3 from both teams for a combined total.
Here we go. He misses. 1 for 2 from the line. Oh. Here comes Miles Berry bringing it up. Casting someone to come out on him. Miles Berry gets it again. Oh, Miles Berry with the spin move. Wow. What a finish by Miles Berry. That's your YSN play of the day. What a play from Miles Berry.
I don't know if that's our YSN play of the day.
For the game.
For the game, I thought you said the day. Our cameraman, Bobby Hessling, has just walked in the gym after missing the last minute of the quarter. 3:45 left in this quarter. We're at a 3-point lead for
Here we go.
Scouts.
Follow number 10, Riley Thompson. That's his second.
Riley Thompson, that's his second. Team's 9, one in the bonus.
And they are in the bonus, so Steffen Young will go to the line. Do you think he's going to make this one, Ryan? Or will he stay on the trend? He stays on the trend of missed free throws. It's a 3-point game, and the Huskies have the ball with a chance to tie. What a turn of events the press defense brought for this team. Miles Berry for the tie. No good.
Down from a 14-point lead to a 3-point game.
Kim has it. Kicks it to Berry.
Great turn of events that we have today.
Really nice offensive rebound by Grant Johnson to set up this possession. Miles Berry wants the ball. Grant Johnson has it. Gives it to Zeke Williams. Now Miles Berry has the ball in his hands with 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Kim has it. Really good defense here from the Scouts. They call it out of bounds.
I can't tell from this angle because the tables are.
In 30 seconds, we will have our replay of opinion of what just happened. Kelly will be on the replay analysis.
It's going to be a tough angle because the camera's on the opposite side.
But in the meantime, they have an open man down court, and that is Stephen Young. Who gives it up to Grant Kaus up top. Back to Stephen Young.
It looked like he did not step out, but it's hard to tell.
Asad Thomas. Foul on the Huskies, sending them to the line again. That is not what they need right now. That foul comes on number 20, Michael Imhoff. That's his first, but the team's 10th. So now they get 2 shots at the line.
We're getting close to that 27 number at 17. 10 more.
And Asad Thomas is a good shooter, so this should go in. Yeah. It's a momentum killer. Checking into the game for the Huskies, Liam Kim and Riley Thompson come back in, and going out of the game is Peter Krebs and Michael Imhoff. He makes them both. Timeout on the floor.
Full timeout called by Lake Forest.
We'll be back to you after the timeout. We're back following the full timeout. Two minutes, 39 seconds remain in the fourth quarter. It's Huskies basketball. Miles Berry's looking to go to work right here. Lake Forest locking up pretty well off the bat, but a contested 3 off the mark.
Nearly had that one.
Riley Thompson was just off the mark on that one. Now Lake Forest is driving down court. They don't need to shoot anything quick. They could take their time here, up 5 with 2:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. A foul comes on number 10.
18
Riley
fouls
Thompson.
now in this half.
And Riley Thompson, that's his third foul. That's the team's 11th.
What has changed?
Stephen Young's at the line. He has not shown me he's the best free throw shooter. Potentially could miss one of these.
What has changed? There's been a
And
lot
there
more
it
fouls
is.
in this half than there was in the first.
Ever since the press came, there's been a lot more fouls, a lot more turnovers. It's been sloppier basketball on both sides, but also a lot more exciting. So we've seen a lot of big plays, including the game play of the day. Makes one of them. Puts them up 6. Huskies need something here, otherwise it's looking like Lake Forest could run away with it.
And advance to
The Scouts
next
were
round.
up 14 at one point this game. It's now down to 6, but in recent... Oh, Barry's going in. Oh, he's got an open man. There's a foul. Foul on the way up. That was Zeke Williams going up for it. Fouls on Stephen Young. That is his 4th foul.
I believe it is Steven.
Zeke Williams still on.
The first one's off the mark. That's a crusher for the Huskies. They really needed that. With 2 minutes, 5 seconds remaining, this shot would cut it to a 5-point Lake Forest lead. And it does just that. The press is going to have to be big here. They're full court pressing. Oh no! Lake Forest going down court. Stephen Young in the paint. Stephen Young airballs a layup. And just like that, the Huskies have the ball down 5, driving down court. The ball is in Barry's hands.
Their defense is certainly
Barry's going in.
wide open.
Foul on the way up. There's been a lot more fouls this half, as Pakel said. This is crazy.
I believe that is 21.
That comes on actually number 5, Asa Thomas. And that's actually his 3rd and the team's 9th foul. That means we've seen 19 fouls this half.
They stop the scoreboard at 10 sometimes. I don't understand why. Maybe it doesn't go above that.
Miles Barry just off the mark. Now the best he could do is cut it to a 4-point lead, not a 1-possession game. Will he do so?
Still could be a 1-possession game if it gets fouled on the 3.
We did see that in the York versus Ignatius game, but he did not complete the 4th point when he missed the free throw for Ignatius.
Me and Bobby were filming that
game. Wide open down court. What a play by Lake Forest. That's Jack Malloy. Huskies down 6 with the ball. Barry's going in. Let's go straight to the basket and get fouls again. The fans are hating it, and the bench of the Huskies is eating it up. With a minute 20, if you're just tuning in, there's a minute 27 remaining, and we have a 48-42 ball game where the Lake Forest is on top. And you might be thinking, oh, Lake Forest up 6. But this game has been wild. They had a 14-point lead at one point. Now it's down to a 5-point lead. The Huskies could cut it to 4 right here if Barry can make a shot. Barry needs this free throw. Both teams are in the double bonus. It's good. It's officially a 4-point game. They have cut a 14-point lead to a 4-1 through this press. Huskies are starting to figure out that Lake Forest can't handle a press. Timeout called by Lake Forest. With a minute 27 remaining.
Still waiting if it's a full timeout or a half. 30 seconds.
Full timeout.
Full timeout?
It's a full timeout.
Be right back.
If you're just tuning in, it is a minute 27 remaining. We have a score of 48 Lake Forest to 44 Naperville North. This game was at one point a 14-point lead and is officially down to 4 points. Lake Forest has the ball, and they have been quite scared by the press. Here it comes. Inbound coming. What will Asa Thomas do with it? Finds the open man. Nearly a turnover. It's a turnover. It's Huskies basketball with 1:22 to go. They have cut this lead to 4 points and have the ball. The fans are having none of it.
Next game starts at 3:30, and Dane
Emmerich
and
Gavin Hughes will be on the call. They have 2 games in a row. Then me and Piquel will be back for the late night games.
Both of the late night games.
Yeah. Barry's here with the inbound to Kim. Kim gets it.
The next 4 games are actually quarterfinals games.
Zeke! It is a 2-point game. The Huskies have came all the way back from the improbable 14-point lead. Wow.
Immediately following.
Andy Brown has the ball. Gives it to Assad Thomas. Now Grant has it. There's a foul. That has been the Huskies' problem. Every time they pull ahead, they make a mistake like this. Jack Malloy, I believe, will be going to the line to shoot 2. 1 point makes it a 3-point game. 2 makes it a 2-possession game with 54.7 seconds remaining.
The next 4 games are the winners brackets games. The previous 4 have been consolation.
1 more point, and it is a 2-possession game. Either way, the Huskies should probably be looking at 2-pointers. They have not been the hottest from beyond the arc, but they have been getting it done in the paint recently. What looked like it was going to be a low-scoring game, looks like both teams could possibly become over 50. It's off the mark. It's a 1-possession game.
Still plenty of time.
Huskies
50 seconds.
That's a lot of time. And the Huskies have it. Bear gives it to Zeke. Zeke in the paint. Just goes through the entire defense. It is a 1-point game. Wow, Ryan. Wow. I got to be thinking no fouls. Oh, it's a 5-on-4. Zeke's on the ground. They don't take advantage of it. They're just killing the clock. Kim gets it, but it goes just out of bounds. Great defense there by Liam Kim. Heads-up play just stopped a wide-open corner 3. Liam Kim has just been subbed out for number 20, Michael Imhoff. Watch for number 10 on the Huskies. He has 4 fouls. 1 more and he's out of the game. Miles Berry intentionally fouls. Grant Cost is going to the line.
I'm not even sure what number foul that is for the team because they have stopped putting it on the board.
I believe that we could be close to your 27 high mark.
You didn't think we had to get that mark, did you?
Make 2, get it over.
I've just been informed that a fan says make 2 and the game's over, and there's one of them. 1 more, and it is a 3-point game. The Huskies have not shown they can make a 3-pointer. Here it is.
They have a few, though.
Grant Costs. All eyes are watching. It is good. It's a 3-point lead for Lake Forest, down in the last 15 seconds of the game. Grant Berry's going down the court. Timeout. Gets over half court.
That is a full timeout.
We'll be back right after this timeout. All right. The Huskies are officially in a 1-possession game after being down 14. They have a chance to close the gap. It's all about this. 12.8 seconds. The coach just called up the play. 3 points is needed for the tie. 2 and a foul is needed for a chance to make it a 2-point game. You got to think that after the way this game has gone, the Huskies are happy to be this close, but they don't want to stop here. Here it comes. Oh, wow. Just a complete defensive mishap leaves number 23, Miles Berry, wide open. It's a 1-point game with 8.8 seconds remaining.
Full timeout by Scouts.
We'll be right back after this timeout.
Your pass is short.
Following that Berry shot, the Huskies are down 1 with 8.8 to go. Here comes the inbound.
Crazier things have happened. Could be a missed throw.
Here it comes. There's a foul called on Liam Kim. And that sends the Scouts to the line. If they make both, it's a 3-point game. If they make one, it's a 2-point game.
If they make none, then it still remains on a 1-point game.
Assad Thomas is at the line. He's a great shooter. He could definitely knock them both down. Just a very clutch shot. Misses the first. It's guaranteed within 2 points. This is what the Huskies wanted. They could play to their strength and not have to take a 3. They just subbed in number 10, they subbed in number 10, Riley Thompson. Cade Nowick is of the Scouts. It's a 2-point game with 8.8 seconds remaining. A full timeout has been called on the floor. We'll be back after this timeout break. Wow, what a comeback. If you're just tuning in, a 14-point lead by Lake Forest has been cut down to 2 with 8.8 remaining, and the Huskies have the ball with the chance to tie or even take the lead. This has been such a great game, Ryan. What do you think?
It's been a very defensive game and offensive game, mix of both. Not as the most high-scoring game as we've seen. One time we reached 80 points, and that was Max Christie and Cameron Christie.
Here it comes. 5 seconds remain. Grant Johnson turnover. Grant Johnson turned the ball over, and the Scouts have free throws with 0.8 seconds remaining. Wow. I'll tell you, this does not feel like a constellation game. It feels like they have something to play for.
They have they have a constellation championship to play for. Not as exciting as the
This does not feel like a constellation game. This feels like full-on affair. cannot believe that just turnover just occurred. If Assad makes this one, the game is over. If not, there's a glimmer of hope for a full court heave. That's the ball game.
Still could get fouled though.
Your final score, Lake Forest Scouts 54, Naperville North Huskies 50.
Very
A
far.
14-point lead got cut down to 2, but it wasn't enough. I've been AJ Swiatek, Ryan Piquel. It's been very fun. Hopefully he goes and gets himself his spaghetti.
There's no spaghetti at this game, but there will be barbecue later. Looking forward to that. Anyways, Dan and Eric should be on the call in about 30 minutes, and we'll see you then. Thank you.